What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in the World of Juice channel. Welcome back to another episode of the New York Yankees Legends Fantasy Draft Series here on MLB The Show 21. We are continuing our year number 3 advancement. We are in June now. We just finished the first 2 months of the third season in the last episode. Well, we finished the second month of the season in the last episode. And we are playing pretty well. We are definitely playing pretty well. We could be better, but I think that's just the chemistry of the new players that I brought in from the offseason, not yet molding right with the players that have already been here. So it might take a little bit, but we've got the talent, obviously, to repeat as World Series champions. I think we can do it. I hope we can do it. And in this episode, we are going to be finishing the month of June and getting to the All-Star break, because the All-Star break is next episode. So make sure you guys stick around for that. But make sure to smash that like button for this episode if you guys are excited. Hit that notification bell as well, and the Juice Club. And we'll join the Juice Club by hitting that subscribe button. And let's get into some more Yankees action. All right, here we are. And at the end of the last episode, I mentioned that we would take a look at the All-Star voting so far during the season, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at it. Starting pitcher, the number one pitcher so far in the AL is Randy Johnson. It was a good pickup for us in the offseason, well, in the spring training, I guess. And he's 7-1 in 12 starts. He's got a 2.95 ERA. He's got 125 strikeouts through the early part of the season. He's looking really good. We've got next up Fernando Valenzuela, who's 5-3 on the year with a 2.82 ERA. So not doing the greatest, but he's still doing good enough to be a high All-Star vote. We don't really have another one out here. Cliff Lee's not doing the greatest at 5-3 with a 3.79 ERA. Mark Pryor not doing as good as he did last year. I don't know if that arm injury that he suffered at the end of last season is still affecting him this year. I don't know, but he's just not doing as solid as he was at the start of last year. Relief pitching, we don't have Christy Matheson anymore. He's on the Astros. We don't really use a lot of relief pitchers, and when we do, they don't really get a lot of like good outings, I guess. I mean, Roberto Osuna, who we signed in free agency, is 2-0 with a 2.30 ERA. Not the worst thing in the world, but definitely not as good as some of these other guys that have a lot more innings pitched and a lot better ERA. This guy, JB's got a 0 ERA and 16 strikeouts in 17 innings. That's pretty good. He's definitely a shoo-in for an all-star. Closing pitcher, we've mentioned in the previous episode that Mariano Rivera not doing that great in closing pitching this year. 0-2, 11 strikeouts. I think he's got, how many blown saves he's got? He's got 5 blown saves, 13 actual saves. So he's not doing as good. He's got a 5.14 ERA. So we definitely need for him to lower that, because this is his worst season so far in this series. He needs to definitely lower that ERA. But it's early part of the season, so he can definitely come back for it. Then we move on to catchers. Johnny Bench is 3rd in the catching. He might make the All-Star team. Maybe if he has a good end of the month of June. It's definitely going to be tough. He's going to have to get past Jason Kendall and Will Smith. First base, Frank Thomas is probably going to make the All-Star team. I would assume he'd get past Freddie Freeman. He needs to hit a couple more home runs to get past him probably. Second base, Joe Morgan's probably a shoo-in for starter at second base. Third base, where's A-Rod? There's A-Rod. He's probably not going to make it, which sucks. There's been some really good third basemen this year. A lot of good third basemen. Usually A-Rod is a shoo-in for third base, but it doesn't look like it this year. Shortstop, Jeter has struggled. Derek Jeter has definitely struggled this year. 7 home runs, hitting 243. Not doing the greatest, but that's kind of what he does his entire career. He's hit a 254 career average, 23 home runs consistently throughout the first 2 seasons of the career. I mean, he's consistent, but the consistency that he's putting up is not all-star caliber, at least not yet. Then in the outfield, left field, Barry Bonds is probably a shoo-in for at least a backup role in the all-star game. Center field, Griffey's not having a great season at all. 237, 8 home runs, 24 RBIs. He is way down here in the center field pool. He's not doing great at all. This has not been one of Griffey's better seasons, especially since he hit 40 and 37 home runs the previous 2 years. And we are still early. We can't forget about that, but there's definitely time for him to come back. But he is not playing well at all the early part of the season. Then into right field, we've got Sammy Sosa, who's only got 12 home runs with a 305 average. There's a lot of good right fielders in this AL this year, so he's probably not going to make it unless he absolutely kills it the last few games of the first half. I don't see him doing that, but we've got a few all-stars that we could potentially be seeing. We've got 2 starters, it looks like, with Randy Johnson being the starting pitcher and then Joe Morgan being the starting second baseman. We may get a couple others that fill out the bench. And then we also did the Rule 5 draft. We did the first-year player draft in last episode at the end of it. We drafted a 90 potential second baseman, Roy Larkin, who looks really, really good. He's got good power for a young guy at 19. He's from Germany. He's got good durability. He's got good stealing, decent speed. He doesn't really have the vision or the discipline that I would like, but he's definitely got the opportunity to grow. That is for sure. We got Tommy Ha, who had a lot of strength, like a lot of velocity. He has got 89 velo, 85 stamina. This guy has got deep potential, but I don't think that's right. He's from South Korea. He's only got 62 potential. He's a 74 overall right now, but look at these stats. These stats don't look like a 74 overall deep potential guy. They look like at least in the mid 80s of potential. So that's why I signed him, because he's got hidden potential, I feel like. Then we got Deacon Ramirez, a closing pitcher who's got good velo. He's got good break, good control over his pitches. So he could be a good closer for us in the future, or possibly a nice trade piece, especially Roy Larkin could be a nice trade piece for us. Derek Abbott, who ended up being better than Deacon Ramirez, is a second baseman as well. I drafted a lot of second basemen, I guess. He's got good speed. He's got good stealing. He's a better fielder, I'm pretty sure, than Roy Larkin is. Oh, no. Is he a better? 57, 54. Yeah, it's give or take. They're about the same, I guess. He's from New York. He doesn't have the same power that Roy Larkin does, but he's kind of just fast. He can't play another position. Can Roy Larkin play another position? He can't play another position either. Okay, so we're kind of screwed on that. And then we got Antoine Ortiz, who's kind of a steal because he's got good break, good velo. He's got good arm, good accuracy. He's 78 potential. So all these guys are signed up. They are going to be on the roster next year. And I think that's everything we need to take a look at. We've looked at stats on the season so far. We've looked at... I'm a little disappointed in Lefty Grove. He's not playing as well as I would like, since he is the defending Cy Young winner. Right now, that's going to go to Randy Johnson as of right now. Fergie Jenkins is going to give him a run for his money, that's for sure. But Randy Johnson, look how many more strikeouts he has than both of these guys. He's got 125, so it's going to be hard for them to not pick Randy Johnson to be the Cy Young winner, which is cool because then we'd have back-to-back Cy Young winners. And it would make it more easy for me to possibly trade Lefty Grove in the offseason, which is what I was going to do last year, but then he won the Cy Young, so I was like, I got to bring him back. I can't trade the Cy Young winner. So... as you can see, we are a game and a half up on the Rays. The next time we play the Rays are a little bit later in June, but I wanted to play against the Royals because they've got Pedro Martinez, so I wanted to play against Martinez. Plus, we're away at Kansas City. So, without further ado, make sure to smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. Let's go play the Kansas City Royals.
MLB The Show's coverage of Wednesday Night Baseball brings us to Kansas City, Missouri and Kauffman Stadium. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the New York Yankees and the Kansas City Royals. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are 2 of the best in the business. 2 guys that throw a lot of strikes, and if their game is on, we should have a very low-scoring ball game with these 2 elite starting pitchers.
Major League Baseball on the Show is next. Pedro Martinez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Ichiro Suzuki as the leadoff hitter because I realized that we haven't really seen a lot of Ichiro in this series because we just got him in the offseason. He hasn't played much for us, at least on camera. So I figured, you know what? Let's give some of our guys a break, and we can play some of our guys that we got in. So I put in Joe Mauer. He's playing for Johnny Bench behind the plate at catcher. We've got Grady Sizemore in center field instead of Griffey Jr. We've got who else is in here? I think we got David Wright playing third base, and A-Rod's playing shortstop, so Jeter's on a day off. So we got some of the guys that we don't get to see a lot, so that we can kind of freshen things up so you're not seeing the same team over and over again, because I know that I signed a lot of guys that you guys might be curious to see, so might as well give them a shot here. Plus, we're playing a team that's not the greatest in the Royals. They're a few games under 500, as Joe Morgan might be getting a triple out of this. I'm going to send him. I am going to send him to third here. That's going to be an easy walk-up triple. Easy. Let's go. We got Frank Thomas hitting third. I changed up the lineup a little bit to accommodate some of our guys that are in the lineup for the first time this series. Let's see if Frank can drive in the first run of the day. He needs to boost his all-star voting anyway, so... Ooh, I was very early on that. Very early. That circle change got me. That was a good pitch by Pedro. That was a very good pitch. Ooh, very high slider. If that would have dropped a little bit, I could have sent that one flying. That looked like it was going to drop, but it ended up not. Ooh, that was up high. These sliders are catching me. I'm not expecting them to be that up high, but they are. If he drops that slider down a little bit more, it's going to be out of here. He threw a fastball. I did not expect that at all. Good pitch. Good pitch. I was sitting off speed. He caught me looking. Good pitch, my guy. Good pitch. Can't even be mad at that. Oh, I chopped it. Get there, Barry. Get there, Barry. Get there, Barry. Man, we got a triple and then nothing out of that. He got me with that fastball. I did not see that coming at all. I was not sitting fastball. Edgar Martinez. First time we get to see Mark Pryor in this series, I'm pretty sure. First time we get to see him in this series. One of our best pitchers last season. Not so much this year, but maybe he can turn that around in the second half of the year. I'm sure hoping so. As long as we keep our lead in the AL, I mean, we've won the AL the last 2 seasons. Oh, I had him way off speed. He was sitting fastball all the way. But as long as we can keep our run atop the AL East, I think we'll be fine. And Sammy Sosa's going to go and bring that in. Let's see if these Royals have any decent players. They got Whit Merrifield, which is weird because Whit Merrifield's technically a Royal in real life. Well, not technically. He is a Royal in real life. And he's going to send that one to shallow left, and A-Rod's going to go back and get that. Good job, A-Rod. Who's going to be their third hitter of the day? It's going to be Roberto Clemente. Okay. Interesting. Bobby Clemente. Let's see what he's got. Is he going to be able to do anything in this offense? I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully not, because Mark Pryor needs to lower that ERA. All of our pitchers have a very high ERA, except for Randy Johnson. It's sub 3, which is better than everybody else on our rotation. It was a really good... Oh, that was a bad pitch. It was a really good decision to trade for Randy Johnson because he's turned out to be a Cy Young candidate, at least. I don't know if he'll win it. He's in the lead for it. Who knows if he'll actually win it or not. Let's see if we can strike out Roberto, and we got him. Let's go. Booyah. Roberto set down on strikes. And now we get Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa. Let's see if we can send a dinger. We need to get a dinger. Ooh, the Reds are in second place. The Pirates are in first. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It takes 3 years, but the Pirates are in first place in the AL Central. That one's gone. That's absolutely gone. It's just gone. All right, it's not gone. it's not gone. Don't worry. A-Rod, 5 home runs. I'm a little bit disappointed in A-Rod. He's kind of cooled off after having a very good first year for us. Ooh, shouldn't be first pitch swinging, but I liked it, and it turns out to not be that good. That's my bad. That's my bad. I'll take it. We should have. There he is, David Wright. He won the batting title last season for the Diamondbacks, and now he comes to the AL and doesn't get a lot of playing time. I'm sorry about that, David. I was not a strike. Come on. Whatever. I don't know about you. Oh, I missed it. I missed the sinker. I was sitting sinker, and shouldn't have missed that. Should not have missed that. Oh, they got Christian Yelich too. This Royals team is not that bad. This Royals team, I don't know how they're under 500. They got a decent team. They're just not performing pretty well, like our team. Our team's not performing. That was right up the shift too. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right through the shift. Isn't that what the point of the shift is? To not allow those kind of hits? But whatever. Pete Alonso, one of the better young players in this league. Let's see if we can just send him packing on this slurve. Got him! Get out of here. Who you think you are, Pete? Who's this? Andrew Jones. Okay. A former Yankee in real life. Let's see what he can do. Oh, they're stealing. Christian Yelich is stealing. Get that out of here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Trying to steal on Joe Mauer's cannon. Who do you think you are? That was even a changeup that I threw, and Joe Mauer was that much ahead of the steal. Unbelievable, Christian Yelich. The balls. And then bye-bye, Andrew Jones. The balls on Christian Yelich to steal on Joe Mauer. The disrespect. And speaking of him, here he comes up to the plate for the first time in the series. I traded a lot for this man. He's kind of cold so far this year, and he's not going to help him right there. I probably shouldn't. Why am I first pitch swinging? I need to focus. I need to focus up and not first pitch swing because it's killing me right now. Grady Sizemore. I think I played him in the playoffs a little bit. I think I pinch hit with him one time. So we may have seen him previously. It wasn't very long if I did. Maybe it was one at-bat or something in the World Series. But that's a big boy hit. But it's just turned Clemente. That had some distance to it. It felt good off the bat. Who do we got up now? Ichiro. I'm glad they gave Ichiro his actual stance and his actual like hitting motions and stuff. It just makes it feel more real. It makes it feel like he's actually in the game. Come on, Pedro. Stop giving me this stupid stuff and give me some stinky cheese. Oh my God. Umpire, what are we doing? What are we doing behind the plate there? Ooh, I kind of wanted him to hit me. Not gonna lie, I kind of wanted him to hit me there so I could get a base runner. Come on. Come on, Pedro. There it is. Ah! That wasn't it. That wasn't it. Forget you saw that. Avert your eyes. That was not it. Randy Arozarena. This team's not bad. This team is not bad at all. All right, where's he going? Frank, get there. Where are you going, my guy? There we go. Good job. One out already. This should be the 7, 8, 9 hitters. So then after this inning, we can skip through. Troy Tulowitzki, too. Holy crap, this team is good. Why are they not playing well? Well, he's ice cold, but this team has got a lot of potential. It's actually a pretty scary team. I didn't even take a look. I didn't even know who they had on their team except for Pedro Martinez. But it turns out this team is a very solid team. I'm surprised they're so down bad right now. Ooh, I left that curveball hanging. He missed it. I gave him a freebie on that, and he missed it. And then I struck him out. Let's go. I can't believe he missed that curveball. I left that in the middle of the plate. Yasmani Grandal, one of the best catchers in the league, and he plays for Kansas City. Let's see if we can get him. Oh, so you give the slider on the last inning, you give that a strike, but the changeup that's actually in the zone is a ball. I understand. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. The Royals paid you off. The Royals paid you off to get a W because they're down bad. I see how it is. I could have had a strikeout by now. Switch to Sosa. Switch to Sosa. Get there, Sammy. Get there, Sammy. Saved it. Let's go. Sammy Sosa. All right. Let's continue and cut to when something good happens. I have a feeling this game is going to be pretty boring. Unbelievable. We really just lost, didn't we?
Always great when a game really comes down to like it did here.
Freaking believable that just happened.
And that's exactly what they did.
Frank Thomas with an error to load the bases, and then Pete Alonso does that. Unfreaking believable. That was one of the toughest games I've ever played. I could not hit Pedro Martinez at all. I couldn't hit the guy they brought in after that. And then in the bottom of the ninth, Pete Alonso does that to give them the lead. Or to give them the win, I should say. So that is just, that blows. That blows hard. So let's finish the month of June. Get some big wins against the Rays for sure. Or lose the series against them. That's okay. Dusty Rocker's out for a while. Why are we doing so bad? I don't understand. The Rays have taken over 2.5 games. So this is a huge series that we need against them. And we have not closed the gap at all. Come on. Come on. Tom Glavine gets traded to the Phillies from the Red Sox for an okay amount of pieces. Ralph Kiner goes to the Marlins from the Angels. Some trades happening now, and the Cardinals have offered me in a trade. They're giving me Lucas Sims, who I do like. He's 1-0. He's got a 7.25 ERA though. I do like Lucas Sims, but they want me to give up my closing pitcher prospect Israel De La Cruz, who in 2023 has played 13 games, 2 wins, 1 save. He's got a no ERA. Nah, I do like Lucas Sims, but I can't get rid of my prospect. I can't believe we're 2 games back of the Rays. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. The trade block. Jimmy Rollins is on the trade block, ladies and gentlemen. Is he one of the guys that we look at? I mentioned there could be some trades. View the trade block. So Rollins is here. Ryan Sandberg, Brian Roberts, Larry Dalby, Jason Kendall, who is like in the top half of the catchers in the All-Star voting, which is weird. Trevor Story, Ryan Klesko, Brian Hayes, Victor Robles, Trent Grisham, Yohan Makata, Miguel Sano. There's some interesting ones here. Is there anybody that I would be willing to put on my trade block? Is there anybody here that I'd be willing to trade? I've been looking at possibly trading Frank Thomas. I don't know if I'll do it. I probably wouldn't do it this year. I'll put Lefty Grove on the block just to field some offers. I don't know if I'll actually go through with it. I'll also put Joe Morgan on the block just to field some offers. I'm not saying I'm going to trade him. I'll look at another shortstop, maybe another right fielder is what we need, and probably a closing pitcher that we can turn into a relief pitcher. All right, that's what I'm going to do with the block. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to trade these guys. They're locked up for a decent amount of years. I just want to field some offers. They're getting a little bit older. We got some teams interested in them already, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If there's any interesting offers, we may take a look at them. But this is a huge series against the Rays. Miguel Sano does get traded to the Rays. That's not good. Jason Kendall does get traded to the Orioles, so the Tigers send him away. And the Angels have offered me a trade. So they want Oscar Silva, and they're giving me Franklin Barreto, who is 26, B potential. He's got decent contact, good durability. He has not played this entire series. He has not played at all. So what about my pitcher? Who's Oscar Silva? He's one of my prospects, 19 years old, 5-2. Yeah, sorry, Angels. I'm not going to accept that. All right, that's exactly what we needed to do. The Brewers are offering me Hunter Bishop and Dana Farley. He's 24, A potential, 72 overall. He's 2-5 with a 3.96 ERA in 14 starts. And they want Hunter Bishop, who's one of my center field prospects, who in 164 at-bats has 7 home runs, 25 RBIs, hitting .256. This guy would not be bad to have, but for Hunter Bishop, I probably don't want to do it. So let's go out of that. What team was that again? What team was that offered me the trade? Because we could go back for that guy. If, who was it? The Brewers. I think it was the Brewers. Let me go to the Brewers and let me look for Dana Farley. What's it gonna take to get Dana Farley? Hunter Bishop, Josh Jung. Okay, so they're kind of crazy right now with what they're thinking I'm gonna give up for this guy. He's not having the greatest season. We got a lot of pitchers that have a lot of high value. How's Hunter Bailey pitching? Hunter Bailey hasn't pitched in the majors. I can't see their stats for some reason, which is stupid. I'll throw Hunter Bailey in the offer. And then I'll throw them maybe Taylor Rogers. No, I can't throw in Taylor Rogers. He's on our AAA staff, I think. I'll throw them... I could throw them Malcolm Gonzalez. That would get the deal done. Siegler would get the deal done. How's Siegler doing? Can I see his stats? He doesn't have any stats. Anthony Siegler's 22... He's okay, but I feel like a 24-year-old Dana Farley could get better. So, how's Buster doing? 3 home runs. Deal. I'll do this. I'll do that deal. There we go. I like that trade. Let's get Dana Farley in AAA, right? Should we put him in AAA? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in AAA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in AA. Let's move Dana down to AA. Let's keep him at AA. See how he does down there. Let me go to the pitching rotation. Put Dana in the pitching rotation. Why is Kershaw not in the pitching rotation? Let's get Oscar Silva out of there, right? Yeah, Oscar Silva. Let's get you out of there. You can be in the bullpen. Kershaw, then Viscano, Farley, Hankins, and Cueto. And then in AAA, we've got Holiday, Ohtani, Stroman, Hunter Green, who's 9-2. Good job for Hunter Green. With a 4.91 ERA, and then Lucas Gill. Espino will come off the bullpen. All right, I like that. I like that deal. So now we can simulate to this. Nobody's taken any offers at Joe Morgan or Lefty Grove, which is interesting. Randy Johnson's still in the lead for the All-Star voting. Frank Thomas has moved into starter for first base, which is awesome. Joe Morgan's there as well. So we could possibly have 3 starters. But we've got one of the biggest series of the season. We play the Rays a couple more times at the end of the season. Oh, we finished the season with the Rays. Ladies and gentlemen, that could be the game that we play. That could be the game that we play against the Rays. We've got one more series to go before... Ooh, that's a big one. Ricky Henderson, keep on the 60-day. Mark Pryor got hurt again. Oh, we took the series. We were half a game up. We split the series, or we didn't split the series, but we took the series 2-1 against the Rays. That's huge. And we've been able to absolutely just tank through the Red Sox. And now we're at the Futures game. So in the next episode, we will go through the future game roster and see if we have anybody on there. Then we'll do the Home Run Derby, obviously, and the All-Star Game like usual. And that'll be the month of July done, and then we'll simulate to the trade deadline, which is July 31st. And that'll be that video, and then we'll go through that next video in the month of August. We'll do the month of September. Actually, we won't do the month of September. We'll simulate the month of September as long as the Rays are still pretty close in the division, and then we'll play this final series against the Rays in October to finish out the season. That's how the schedule will go, because I don't want to play one of these early series against the Rays if they're like out of the division. They're only a half a game back, they're a game and a half back. So it's basically us and the Rays for the division this year. Last year it was us and the Orioles. Now the Orioles are last in the division, and it's us and the Rays. So you better get your popcorn and fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, because it is gonna get pretty crazy coming down the stretch here in the second half of the season. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure to smash that like button. We did lose, but it was a pretty good pitching performance from Mark Breyer. I'd like to see him do a little bit better. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure to smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.